How to make $100,000 a month as an online coach in 2024. I'm going to reveal how in this video and the 6 steps you need to go through. We've also helped over 100 trainers make the first 6 figures and 5 trainers hit the first 7 figures a year in their fitness business. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that too. So firstly, if you want to get to $100,000 a month as an online coach, you should already have some success behind you. So if you're starting from scratch at zero and you want to get to 100K a month in the next 2-3 months, that's not going to happen. Now, the reality is we have loads of other videos. You can go and watch that, how to get your first 10K a month. This isn't for you. If you're looking to scale aggressively, this is for you. And the first thing you want to focus on doing is going from a promoter to an operator. And what does that mean? A promoter is someone who just focuses on marketing and making videos all the time and making content. Basically a content creator. You need to be an operator to build an actual business. Now, what does that mean? You actually have to have a team of people underneath you that gives you a form of leverage that allows you to buy back some of your time so you can focus on high leverage things that can allow you to grow the business quicker. And the more you become an operator, the faster the business can grow. Now, the second thing that comes into this is learning how to delegate and also to prioritize. And one of the best tasks that I like to give my clients is called our love and loath task. And you need to do this over and over and over again. Get a pen and paper, get an A4 piece of paper, line down the middle, put love top left, loath top right, and write everything you do on this piece of paper. Either has to go on love or loath. And the goal is essentially this. Anything on the loath side, you throw away and you give to someone else on your team and you delegate it to them. And you want to avoid things that are sucking your energy and taking things away from you that you don't like doing. So for me, for example, that would be like admin and any bullshit that's involved with paperwork I personally hate. And these are the first things you want to get away from, and it gives you the analogy of this. And that's you're stepping over dollars to collect dimes by doing basic shit you should be getting other people to do in your business. You need to be focused on lead generation activities and income generating activities that are going to bring money into the business. As you're looking to get to 100K a month, this is the most important thing. So the first thing you actually want to be looking to delegate out of is all fulfillment. Fulfillment will keep you poor. If you want to be really successful just coaching people, you're not going to get to $100,000 a month. For you to do that, you have to build a business, you have to get yourself out of fulfillment and build a fulfillment team. That's the first thing. Now, for you to focus on the front end, we need to focus on lead generation, making great content, running ads, and then also closing and sales, which I'll come on to in a second. Thirdly, for you to get to $100,000 per month as an online coach, this is getting more important than ever, and it's converting cold traffic on ads. Now, the best type of ads you can run in a fitness business are DM messenger ads, and I recommend that purely on Instagram. Instagram's actual main use as a platform is actually Messenger. 70% of the usage on the platform is in the DMs. It's almost like becoming the new version of WhatsApp. So the most important thing you can be doing to looking to grow your business is running ads into the DMs where you've got someone who's managing those, who's then booking people in for sales calls. And this comes back to what we spoke about earlier, that you need people who can actually build out the operations of the business, can do in the messaging, can then take the sales calls, not you. And this is when you have a business, not a well-paid job, and you remove the golden handcuffs. And ultimately the goal for you when you get to $100,000 a month is you actually work less than when you have $10,000 a month business. And this is why it's easier to build a bigger business than a smaller business. And a great book I would recommend you read is called 10X is Easier Than 2X, which will change a lot of your thinking in terms of the strategy of how you look to grow your business. Because if you're looking to 10X from where you are right now, you can't do that from just doing a volume approach to doing more. You actually have to change the strategies and the way you're thinking about growing your business. The fourth thing you need to do is hire and train a phone closer. Now, I see most people get stuck with this when they get to a level where they're probably making anywhere between $40,000 to $60,000 a month. And this is a very frustrating, challenging part in your business when this happens. And I'll tell you why. Because what often happens is you have to take one step back to take 2 steps forwards. Because what happens when you bring a closer into selling your business, you will lose loads of money. And let me tell you why. Because they need reps, as in calls, that they won't close to eventually get good. And this will be the most frustrating thing that will ever happen to you. And if this is you, smash the like on this video because I've been there. I've listened to calls where like we would have made $11,000 and I know I'd closed it and someone else hasn't. I'm like, fuck, that's really annoying. However, once you've gone through that process and you have the right person, you then buy back your time. And I'll tell you a moment, I remember sitting in the Jumeirah Madinat Hotel here in Dubai on my birthday, I think when I was 30 years old. I was sitting there having dinner with my partner at the time and a PayPal notification came up for $3,000. And guess what? I didn't take the sales call. And for me, that's like, fuck, this is when I've completed the business because the business now works completely without me. Because I had people booking the calls, I had people coaching the clients, and now I had someone who could close, who wasn't me, that was bringing revenue into the business. Now, when it comes to bringing a closer into the business, something you have to be very careful is this. It's very, very difficult to take someone from a level 5 as a closer to a level 7 It's also very difficult to take someone from a 6 or a 7 to a 9. But the difference between a 5 and a 7 is fucking tens and hundreds of thousands. So focus on trying to get the best person you can. And at the beginning, you're not gonna be able to get someone to world class because you can't pay them enough. And the first thing I would suggest you do with your phone closers is you pay them a flat commission rate of 10%. And this is on any sales they make, and I'd also make that over the first 90 days. So it makes it more sticky that they don't wanna leave. And I'll explain why. So imagine I'm a phone closer for you, and I'm selling 10% commission, and say some people are coming in monthly. I'm getting paid the next 2 months for people I signed up last month. So I know I have that income coming. I'm less likely to wanna leave you from the business. And the key for you to get the business to $100,000 a month is to make sure you have a stable team and you don't have people dropping in and out. And this comes down to learning core leadership skills. Now, when you've got a phone closer in place, we're already talking about taking yourself out of fulfillment. The best thing you can do is getting yourself out of fulfillment as quickly as possible. And I would say after a video editor first, the second person you should hire is actually a coach to handle coaching your clients. Now, how should you find someone? How should you pay them? One of the best ways to do this is to actually look at your current clients. Is there anyone in there who's a great success story who would be a good potential candidate? The second thing I would do is also post on your social media saying hiring a coach and see if you have any fanboys who will raise their hand looking for a job. And in terms of actually paying these people, what I would suggest is what we pay in our own business. We pay our coaches £40 per month per client. The biggest mistake I see, and I repeat, the biggest mistake I see, is that coaches are overpaying the coaches in their business because it doesn't give them the ability to scale. What you want to focus on doing is having an 80% profit margin on your coaching. So that means 20% of the costs go to fulfillment, because this allows you to put more money into ads to actually scale the business. And when we talk about scaling the business, the sixth thing we talk about is getting good with numbers and actually tracking data. Because the number one reason people don't actually scale is they have absolutely no idea about the numbers. They don't know what their income per call booked is, they don't know what their cost per acquisition is, they don't even know how much profit they're making every single month. And if this is you, this is the first place you need to start and actually fix your business before you do anything else. One thing I do every month is I review all of our business accounts in terms of statements, in terms of money in, money out, where we're spending money, and I track that manually myself. The second thing I do is I do a payroll audit to look how much we're paying every single person and each department in a business. The third thing I do is a personal expenses and review how much I'm spending every single month myself to make sure I'm not going overboard. And when it comes to how much you should be spending in each department of the business, one thing I'd really like everyone to try and push towards is spending at least 20% of their revenue into marketing, whether that's Facebook ads, whether that's paid shout outs, whether it's paying to go on podcasts, paying for PR. Marketing is the most important thing, getting new eyeballs and traffic to you. And if you're spending money right now on ads and you don't actually know what you're doing and you're not even tracking the return on investment, you might as well light that money on fire, because it's very hard to make money with ads. It's even harder when you're not actually tracking what you're doing. So to re-summarize, the 6 points for you to scale your business, go from 0 to 100K a month is: 1, go from promoter to operator. Number 2 is learn to delegate and prioritize. Number 3 is start converting cold ad traffic, people who don't know you. Number 4, hire and train a phone closer. Number 5, completely remove yourself from fulfillment. Number 6, get good at your numbers. Know how much profit you're making, know your return on ad spend, know what your expenses are. And these are the 6 strategies we used with one of our clients, Dave, who's a farmer in Ireland, who specializes in farming coaching, who's now making over 100,000 euros every single month. And these are very simple strategies you can go away and execute straight away. If you took value from the video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you next video very soon.